Hello. We're gonna shoot a video before we start building the PC. So, yeah. Alrighty. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ! Alright, it's fine. Alright, you guys. Oh, hello, Ash. Hello. What is up, you guys? It's Salty Pennies, and today I have a care package from Gamers Nexus. It's not really a care package because I paid for it, but it's here, and it's a package, and I care about it. I don't know about that intro. I'll think about that a little bit while I look for something to open this up with. I'm still looking for something to open this up with. Why are you still awake? Shouldn't you be eepy? I think I'll be able to do that. Okay. We have to talk about Gamers Nexus. Alright, you guys, so we're gonna open up this package and look at all the different products from Gamers Nexus. And while I open this, we're going to talk about why I bought this stuff. So, Gamers Nexus is a channel that has positioned itself in a very interesting way, where it started out as hardware news, strictly talking about computers, and then they kind of started talking about some really important stuff. Consumer rights. So, they brought up a bunch of news stories that I would have never found out about unless Steve decided to cover it. So, to help them continue that line of work, I decided to support them. So I spent some money on their stuff. From the NZXT, I already bought their Modmat, which I have some thoughts about, but let's open this up together. Okay. Cool. So, first things first, we got a shirt. Their Disappointment 2024 shirt. All of the bad things that happened, which is cool. I like this shirt. I think it's cool. So, you know what? Let's wear it for the rest of the video. Okay, what's up? Am I drunk or I both? What? Your RGB's dead? I've never been to Canada. Yeah, I spent $30. I didn't spend $30. I've never been scuba diving. I don't have an opinion on Pakistan. And what's up, Dave? Check your RGB program, whatever you use. So that way, because if you updated Windows, it might have like closed its permissions or it needs a firmware update. So that's the first thing I would check. All right, shirt feels good. I'm here for it. It's nice. Fits well. And the screen printing seems nice. I'm a fan of like this heather gray. Yeah. So this should be, woo, their beautiful dice set. The packaging is good. I like this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe I'm supposed to leave these in here and then pop this out. Yeah, it's magnetic. That's slick. And here's the dice. They have conductors inside of them. This is, again, this is beautiful. It's the craftsmanship on these is really amazing. So I don't play D&D anymore, but I think maybe we use them for like some giveaways or something. People can pick numbers and we roll all the die, if that makes any sense. So the craftsmanship on the box is nice. I'm not like a super big fan of the clips, but I understand why they did it, because they wanted to use it as a roll tray as well. So I just don't like how much it shifts. Personal preference, I think there's a lot of ways that they could have done this, but this is probably the simplest and most cost effective. So that makes a lot of sense. I have a trading card, which is pretty cool. Grug didn't know why the fork caused the wires to spark, but he knew it made a good weapon. That's hilarious. I love this. It'll live up on the shelf forever. Well, a little thing about this, it says, thank you for purchasing our premium dice set. We are excited about these dice and thrilled to make a product for tabletop gaming hobbies that are shared by many on the GN team. We've included a thematic random roll generator table on the back of this card to use with your new D20 for some fun. Enjoy. The in-depth warranty information for this product can be found at store.gamersnexus.net. The dice include a 3-year warranty, including accidental coverage. This is nice. If you receive this missing a part, observe defects, or have a question, please don't hesitate to email support@gamersnexus.net with your order number in the subject. Okay. Random treasure. Let's roll for our Gamers Nexus random treasure. We need to grab our D20. There it is. 19. Still got it. All right, 19. A statuette of a cat in Gnomish inscription reads, "Speak chaos and summon." Uttering chaos in Gnomish summons a flickering, transient pet cat. The cat can be summoned from the astral plane once per day for up to 6 hours, and it understands simple commands. Although mostly obedient, it does have a love of chaos and knocking things over. Love that. Great little Easter egg for that. So yeah. These are cool. I really like to put them to use on the channel in a way that would yield like random giveaways, that sort of thing. That's why I got them. They're super nice. I don't play tabletop games anymore, and that's okay. Maybe one day. Okay, next thing. It's gonna be this guy. All right, so this is where my disappointment will come in, okay? So this is a soldering mat. So the Modmat I've been very disappointed with. Not in its performance, but by one thing that I don't think is within Gamers Nexus control. So when you ship a rubberized material that has been cellophaned, rolled shut, it is really hard to get it to lay flat. I flipped this over and laid heavy steel beams across it on the table, left it there for like 2 weeks, I think, and it still hasn't uncurled. So I literally just screwed it to the table. So let's see if this product will suffer the same fate. wrapped. There it is. Okay, so already it seems that they've rolled it the other way, which is good. As you can see, it still has that memory a little bit. So I will weigh it down again. I really hope it lays flat, like really badly. So I'm gonna set this over off to the side and let it lay flat. But all in all, it feels good. It's rubber. It has really good edges on it. There's no like flashing or whatever. And then the last piece that we're going to look at here is a new toolkit. Now, some of you guys might not know this because this is a PC channel, but I like tools. What I mean by that is I used to, well, I don't used to. So what I mean by that is I work on cars. I do a lot of DIY projects, so I have a ton of tools. So I know a quality tool when I see one. So we're going to find this out. Because they say that these are quality tools. Okay. The shaft does have a little bit of flex in it, but that's not a bad thing because when the steel flexes like that, obviously you're not going to be using these and really torquing things down. These are a more precision screwdriver set, but that flex allows it to not break within the handle. That steel can kind of twist and mold with whatever torque it's using. I like the bits on them. It looks like they used... So they have a stainless for the shaft and then it transitions. It looks like that might just be still stainless steel, but maybe an enamel or an anodization, which is a nice touch. What is, oh, I see. So they have these, the actual bag is really nice. It has, it's probably really hard for you guys to see, but there's some elastic bands inside that hold the screwdrivers in place. We have just like, what is this? So these little cards, if you're meant to hold on to them, maybe don't roll it so tight, or maybe put a metal piece in here. I don't know, that would increase costs. But if this is supposed to be held onto, if this is supposed to be saved, obviously that's kind of shitty. But it just seems like these are some assistive markings for tearing down GPUs, repasting GPUs. Just some suggestions from them. Not entirely sure it's something that's supposed to be kept on hand all the time. But I like this kit. It's nice. The reason I got it is for actually right here down in the Saltie set, so that way I can always have some nice tools that are specifically meant for building computers. So all in all, I just want to say to Steve and Gamers Nexus that I think that they make great products. I'm going to obviously use the shit out of these, so if you see me complain about them in the future, that's my opinion of it. But right now they look really good. I think from a consumer standpoint, I've been happy with the buying process, the shipping process, the ordering process. All of it was very good. I'm really excited about the dice. The shirt is nice too. But yeah. Only complaint so far about products from GN is this Modmat not laying flat, and we will see if the soldering mat will lay flat. Only time will tell. But if you like cool stuff and learning about hardware and seeing what companies are trying to fuck you over, be sure to check out Gamers Nexus. They didn't sponsor this or anything like that. This is a totally independent opinion that I have formed of them. And I've bought their products to support them. So consider doing that if you like what they're doing. Stay salty. Cheers. What's up, guys? Chat, I've missed a bunch. What do we got? Oh, Perso, we're just coming in here doing dumb things. That's cool. No, you're so childish. Building your first PC, it's actually a lot easier than you thought. Hesitant for years, but after the 50 series announcement, you take the plunge. Well, that's good, dude. I'm really glad. And Joby, what bad things happened in 2024? There you go. Read them. A lot of different things. Asus warranties, OTAC warranties, EVGA, I think. Wait, no. EK, water blocks going down. Well, congratulations, Timothy. I think you'll make a good dad. Dave, did you figure it out? See, Timothy, I beat you to your own joke. All right, you guys, let's build a PC. A hidden LED update? Yeah, that'll do it. Right. Ketchup and mustard cables. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's set that kind of like that. Put that on the edge there. Put the live mics away. We're not using them right now. All right, let's go get the rest of the stuff. All right, there's the main board. There's that. RTX 2080. This cooler over here. Let's put that up like that. Everyone can see it. I think that's good framing. What do you guys think? How's that PC for retro, bro? That chassis is for a big gaming PC. Well, you missed the point of retro because that case was made in 2007, which is nearly 20 years ago, all right? And this is a 20 series card, which is 3 generations old at this point. So with the case and an older GPU, a little bit older of a system, it's retro, okay? Let's look at the framing here. All right, let's shoot some thumbnails. So maybe like one like this. Maybe one like this. Maybe one like the classic, what else? Yeah, I don't know. One of those might be good. Who knows? What do you guys think? Huh? Lick the GPU will not be doing that at all. That's disgusting. Nobody cleans their shit when it's used, and I hate it, okay? Look how dirty it is. I'm gonna have to clean all this shit. It's disgusting, okay? Blech. All right, you guys, we're back in the studio, and for a grand total of $375, we have a full system. So let's go through it. Case cost us $40. This right here, which is CPU, motherboard, RAM, cooler, and a Wi-Fi card, cost us only $100. Our power supply cost us $30. Our HDD, which is this guy here, cost us $10. We bought this SSD, brand new from Micro Center, on sale for $30, or excuse me, $35. That's where we got the $375. And this GPU, we talked the guy down to a grand total of $160. So, the retro $375 gaming PC build will now commence. Stay salty. Yeah, with the GPU, it definitely will be. It's all skin. Alrighty, so the very first thing that we're gonna want to do for used hardware is to test it to make sure that it works, right? So our ye olde power supply box that our Corsair power supply came in, which is an EVGA box, will be our new motherboard stand. Perfect. We'll go ahead and pull this off. That was slick. And we'll seat the legendary 2080 into its slot, just like so. Okay. And kind of push that forward so it kind of locks it in as if it was a case, kind of like that. There you go. Okay. I think we're going to swap the AMD Wraith cooler for this Thermaltake just because its thermal mass looks like it's a little bit better. But we can actually test and see which one runs better and which one cools the CPU better. Wi-Fi card, I don't really see a need to test it. The power supply, we could kind of just test all this stuff at once. So we have the ketchup and mustard cables, which again, we're building a used system, so beggars can't really be choosers. We got this for a good price at $30. So as long as it works, it was a good deal. As long as it works. Okay. Is this SATA? No, that's PCIe. That's why you don't force the cables, and you should always read them. See, that says CPU. I should have read that first. But I didn't, because I'm a dummy. Okay. We'll take this. Lock it in place there where it's supposed to be, and then that should pop right in. No problem. Cable's doesn't have the greatest cable memory right now. What is going on? Okay, how did I do that again? Did I drop the CPU cable? I did. I just grabbed the wrong cable. I'm like, why is this not working? I just double checked. This is why modular power supplies are the best. All right, here we go. That should drop right in. No problem. Easy. All right, and then we're going to take our two PCIe This card wants one 8 connector and one 6 connector. So we will give it what it asks for. There's one. That's the by 8. Then we'll give it the 6. There we go. All right. Relatively simple. Then we'll take this drive. So we're going to give it power. Oh, I don't have a SATA cable. I'll have to grab one from my bucket when we need to build it. Anyways, let's just make sure that this thing fires up. All right, let me check chat so you guys don't feel neglected. I have an old PC but can't figure out where power button cable goes. Can you show? Yeah, I can. The problem is it might be different on your motherboard, but basically, okay, what you're looking for here is gonna be this guy right here, where my thumb is. It says panel 1. It's gonna have these, like, it'll have a row of 5 on the bottom and 4 on the top. At least it should. That's pretty standard nowadays. That's gonna be your front panel. And on there will be your power button, which will kind of help you visualize. Here's your pin out for it right here. See how it says power button? So the top 2 on the right-hand side, when you short those together, will turn the PC on. Okay? Modular PSUs, exactly. All right, there we go. Okay. Want that to kind of sit in there just like that. Don't want this cable underneath like that. That's not good. Okay. I keep running into this issue. I need a monitor. What should I do about that? I think I have a 4K monitor. All right, there we go. We've got our test monitor. Nice 4K monitor. Easy and simple. Okay. We want to go for display port, I think. Here we go. This is HDMI. Oh, they're both HDMI. Whatever. We'll use this HDMI cable because it really doesn't matter. We're just trying to get into a BIOS. Okay. Let me go over here, set this up. Okay. Plug that in. Monitor's plugged in. We'll just move the drive so I don't pull a Linus and drop everything. Okay. Then just need this cable to kind of curve here, and we'll slide this back right there so everyone can see it, and then we'll move the test bench kind of over like that. Yeah, that should work. Okay, so first thing you need to do when dealing with used hardware is making sure it works. So we have my old monitor here, and we just need to make sure that this guy posts. So what we're going to do here is we're going to jump 2 cables. We'll edit that. So what we're going to do here is right here in the front, there's a header labeled panel. And I know that the top right 2 are your power button. So what I'm going to do is use a piece of metal, aka my screwdriver right here, and I'm just going to short those 2. Okay. Power switch needs to be on. Is this anodized so that it doesn't conduct electricity? Is that what's going on? Okay, well, let's try that again with something I know conducts electricity. Okay, so I'm going to say that again for the video. I know I need to clean it. That'll be next, but no sense in cleaning broken equipment, so we need to make sure it actually works. Here, let's actually turn you guys so you guys can see the screen. Okay, so in order to test a motherboard that's outside of a case, right, what we need to do is find the front panel connector. If you're looking at it, the top right 2 pins should be your power button. You'll know that they're the right ones because the standard is 5 pins on the bottom, 4 pins on the top. So when you see that layout and it says like front panel or panel 1 or something like that, you know that the top right 2 pins, the 2 on the right of the 4 stack, is what you need to short. So you're going to take something that's conductive and touch the 2 pins together. Okay. Now I need to figure out what I'm fucking doing wrong here. It's going to make me mad. This is plugged in. This is on. Fan. Okay. 24 pins in. That's connected. That's all disgusting. I need to clean this entire thing. Okay. This is plugged in and on. This is plugged in. Okay, do I need to worry about a different panel? Nope, that has it right. That's the correct one. So, what am I doing wrong here? Oh, I was just not shorting it correctly. I was missing because it was round and I was at a weird angle. There you go. That's how you do it. See, we're all human. I'm not even going to edit that out because it shows you that like you can make silly, simple mistakes. Silly, simple mistakes. All right. Hopefully this posts into BIOS. There you go. Beautiful. So that shows us that we have video output from our GPU. Our CPU is running. Cooler is running. Let's plug this in. I'm going to kind of step a little off camera here. All right, so we have our Ryzen 5 2600 6-core processor at 3.4 gigahertz, which is cool. We have a total of 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's clocked at 2133, which is pretty low. This is rated for 3200 megahertz. So first thing we'll probably do is go in here and we'll change the DRAM frequency to 3200. That'd be the first thing that I would do anytime that I was setting this up. Okay, let's look at some of this other stuff. All right, CPU temperature is sitting at 35 degrees Celsius. 95 degrees Fahrenheit, really? I got hot quick. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I was thinking I misconstrued the numbers. So we're sitting right at 36 degrees C, which is excellent. And yeah, as far as I can tell, there's no passwords installed. Yeah, this looks great. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's see if it reboots with that minor change on the RAM. It shouldn't affect it at all. It's rated to run at 3200 megahertz. You should be able to turn it right to that rated speed without any issues. There you go. It booted up. It's showing at 3200 on the RAM, which is exactly what we were looking for. And when I'm building this, I'm going to double check which slots it wants populated first. Usually it's the alpha channel, because we're on Bravo 2 and Alpha 2. So I want to see if it wants Alpha 1 and Bravo 1, the single channel, or yeah. So we'll see. But this is good news, right? Because that means all of the stuff that we paid for works. Power supply works, graphics card is working, everything else that came with the motherboard is working, and it's also the product that the guy said it was. So that's good. Let's open the case and see what we're dealing with. Die. Okay, let's see. Yeah, 90C is what we have to worry about. Exactly. I misconstrued the numbers. I was like, 90C? That's crazy. It's 9050. A 5090 sold for $7,500. That's ridiculous. That's so stupid. Just bought an MSI 550 or 750-800X 360 Ti for $550. That's a good price. That's a good price. And yes, this is a Founders Edition 2080. Total price for this build was $375. And since you guys are all in here, if you are in the United States, the lower 48, and it's not me being an asshole, it's just me being reasonable because I can't pay to ship this anywhere else. You can win this setup. As you guys watch me build this and I'm filming it, you guys can win this. We're going to be giving this entire system away. This is the whole point of my channel. This is what I want to become. I want to do crazy fun PC builds and then give them away to you guys. So if that sounds cool and you think I've earned your subscription, I would love to have it. I would love for us to become YouTube partners. We would get into a relationship with one another. Obviously, it can't be exclusive. I expect you to go and be partners with other YouTubers, and I'm going to be partners with other subscribers. That's just how it's going to go. Okay. Let's leave that down there. put these over here. Also, if you guys are new to the chat, 10,000 subscribers, we're giving this system away. That's right, an AM5 system. And I just had a thought, because it was going to get a 3060. But what do you guys think about me upgrading it to this? AM5 system and a 3080 at 10,000 subscribers? There you go. Okay. And yes, Mohammed, I'm trying to read the comments, but I'm also trying to shoot a video and do a bunch of other things at the same time. Okay, there we go. Drop that down. There's 4K 60 hertz panel. All right, Antec 900. Let me see. I myself, I'll game on them, but I sold the last few. The most recent is going to my son. That's awesome, dude. I wonder if my son will be into computers and stuff. It'd be kind of fun to do that with him. Alrighty. The thing that brought this entire idea to fruition. I was perusing Facebook, thinking, hey, if I can find a cool case that I'd like to build in, maybe I'll do like an old AM4 system, kind of like a retro theme. So my thought process is, this EdTech 900 is a 2007 case. So it's reasonable to believe that somebody may have had this case when AM4 and the 2080 and all that had come out, and they just repurposed their old rig to this new stuff. So I want to kind of lean into the retro theme here, but still give good, powerful components. So I'm excited. This is actually a completely unused build. It's supposedly never been built in, and it's just sat in this box since 2007 when it was made. So we're going to open it up, and we're going to find out together if they lied. The guy seems super cool, so I don't think that he would have lied. That's cool. So, and he also asked what my channel was. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him show up in the comments at some point, which would be cool. Well, that's a good sign. The original owner's manual still in its bag. Okay. Let's flip this over. All right, so I'm gonna keep these because this is how I'm gonna ship it. That's why the box was so important. Oh, I hear things moving around inside the case that are in bags, so that's another good sign that it's never been built in. It still has the peel. Oh, man. Dude. This is legit. Okay, let's pull this off. I feel like I'm opening a time capsule. It's 2025, so 18 years. Plexiglass panel. That's how you know. Oh, look, it has a spot for a fan here. That's so sick. Okay. Let's take a look in here. Okay. So the case shipped with 2 front fans and 1 exhaust fan. So this will be perfect for this system. We have, oh, I'm so sorry, a giant exhaust fan up here. This is awesome. Are these, this is great. So here's audio, USB. So these are front USBs. They're all Molex fans. So it's just gonna blast. Oh wait, hang on. Oh yeah. So this is how they used to do it, you guys. PWM didn't used to be a thing, right? So you have low, medium, and high. A toggle switch. And the power is just Molex. That's awesome. Look at this, cable tie, power switch, reset switch, and there's our other dip switch. Here's more Molex for the fans. This is amazing. And then it came with all the original hardware, it looks like. Yes, it did. I do not know what this is. So if you know, let me know in the comments, huh? I think this is a faceplate for the front, for the different drive bays. Look at all of these screws. Fan screws, I think. This can't, wow. So, old boy wasn't lying to us. It looks like this thing has literally never been opened, which is amazing. I'm so excited to build in this. Right, stuff to the side. Put our nice panel in here. Now, obviously, I can't peel it. The new owner has to peel it. So we will do that a bit later. This will be here to remind us of what we're doing, why we're doing it. Okay, so like I just want to highlight a couple things. First of all, look at that fan. As big as my hand. The other thing is look at these pass-throughs. So from a time when water cooling was not very well matured, you could pass your tubes out to a different area that wasn't inside the PC. Like, oh man, it came with an IO shield standard. This is great. Front panel IO is looking steep. We have a reset switch, 3.5mm headphone and microphone jack. This is a connector I'm not familiar with. I'll have to look it up. And 2 USB, probably 2.0s. And then let's check the front. So that's what it looks like. And then, are these all just screwed in place? Oh, that's crazy. So you have thumb screws here for each one of these. Each individual one of these will come out. See, this is why I love old computer stuff. Like, the way they used to do it. Now it's just, make a fishbowl and throw a bunch of RGB fans in it. A lot of glass. All right. Boom. There we go. This makes me I'm so stoked for this. So stoked. Oh man. I'm really gonna have to play with it because I've never built in a PC case that's this old. So there may be some hiccups that we run into. So I'll show you how I overcome those. Next is the super ultra boring part. We need to clean all this because it's disgusting. So let's get to it. Okay, let me Let me try to catch up on chat. No, I didn't go quite that old DDR3 for retro. We're building a PC. Yes, it's an AM4 build. You can find some 6 to 9 gen Intels for about 100 to 200, like Dell 5060. Yep. Hard drive holder. Which motherboard am I using? It is... is this ASRock board. It is a B450M Pro. There you go. As you can see, it is filthy. Okay, let me keep catching up on chat. See you later, Dave. Yep, exactly. CD drives, floppy disk drives, so many different options for this. Static shot isn't really what I'm going for this particular build, or this particular shot. So what I need to be looking at is maybe changing you guys. I think I'm gonna switch you guys to where the camera is, and I'm gonna do an overhead shot for the camera. Okay? Yeah, I think that'll be good. There's the camera. Okay, let me see you guys. We'll pop you guys off like that. This will be very simple. I'm gonna try not to shake you guys too much. Motion sickness sucks. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you guys, it's not a very good view for you guys, is it? I'm letting somebody else borrow my other stand, which is unfortunate, but I mean, what do you guys think? You tell me, chat. You guys gonna be okay with seeing mostly a light while I clean? I don't know. I'm sorry, but like it's kind of the cards I've been dealt. Okay. Take this guy. Damn it, I moved my f-stop. Okay, 5.6, ISO 200, shutter 148, 4K at 24 frames. Okay, good to go. Okay. gonna have to switch where this goes. Okay. It's always nerve-wracking. Like, don't drop the $3,000 camera, Salt. Fuck. There. Okay. And then we will undo this to spin. We'll see how that looks. Pull the audio cable back here, route it over these so we don't get it in the shots. Okay. Now let's check what the shot looks like. Oh, pretty good. Let's spin that like that. Spin that like that. Boom. Just like that. Okay? So that's right there in the middle. Cool. Do I have a voltmeter soldering iron? Diagnose bad capacitors. The angle could be better. Yeah, I'm sure. Let me try to move it for you guys now that I'm done. I'll move the tripod. I don't like to move it, but here you guys go. There you go. That's a lot better, right? You guys can enjoy that angle, right? While we build, and I'll deal with the shot. Okay. Test, test, test. Cool. All right. Cleaning materials. Okay, so what we're gonna do next, chat, I'm gonna shoot the video from here, but I'm gonna clean this because it is filthy, disgusting 9000 and I hate it. If you sell PC parts, I implore you, please clean them before you give them to your new owner, because I don't want your dead skin all over me. It's disgusting. All right, we're gonna start shooting now, chat, so I'm gonna be paying attention to this and what I'm doing here, okay? Is that fair? All right, you guys, so for cleaning is what we need. Let's try that again. All right, you guys, for cleaning, we're gonna use some screwdrivers to take off the cooler. I have a stiff bristle brush. It's actually a drill brush, but I'm not going to use it on a drill, obviously. This is from one of those like keyboard cleaning brushes, whatever. And we just have a microfiber cloth, all right? So, first thing, I'm going to get this cooler off. We're going to see how it goes. Huh. Not terribly impressed with this paste coverage. And then there's our back plate, so we're just going to set that off to the side. But you can see how filthy disgusting this board is. All right, chat. There you go. Filthy disgusting. All right. Let's pop these dims out because they're filthy as well. Oh, God. The worst part is I even thanked this guy for giving me the PC parts clean. It was dark when I received them and we were outside. So, oh my God. You know, it's only been about 6-7 months since I've put my PC together. This is making me want to take mine apart and clean it, because this is bad. Subscribe if you want me to take Tahim's PC apart and clean it, show you guys how filthy disgusting that thing is, because I bet it's bad. Ah, it's in my mouth. Oh, God. Fuck. Okay, well the board is a lot cleaner now. It looks much, much better. So I want to point out a couple things here. So one, we have an M.2 slot right here, which is super great. We also have another M.2 slot, so this is good. And none on the back of the board. So we're going to populate this one, the M.2 Ultra, and this will be our boot drive. And then we'll use that spinning drive that I showed you guys earlier to be our mass storage. It's 1 terabyte, so they'll have 500 gigs for a boot drive and 1 terabyte of storage. So whoever wins this PC will get a list of recommended upgrades from me with the PC, an upgrade path that I would do if this was my own PC. That's that. Let's set that off to the side. Let's clean these dims. That one wasn't bad. That one was disgusting. All right. There you go. Well, I mean, for the content, let's take it apart. All right. All right, you guys. Here's the reveal. God. Oh. Here you go, chat. Oh, that's disgusting. I need a vacuum. For sure, I need a vacuum. And Johnny, no, I do read the comments, but I'm also shooting a video, so, like, I'm trying to do both. Here's your dust gore, you guys. So, we will definitely be putting on this brand new thermal take that has 0 dust in it whatsoever. All right. So we're going to go from this to this. And as you can see inside of the fins, and when I flip it over, it is beautiful. This looks brand new. And in all honesty, when you look at it like this, the thermal mass of this is going to be a lot, it's going to perform better than the stock Wraith cooler. So we're just going to put that in the trash where it belongs. And then we'll repaste this with some nice Thermal Grizzly thermal compound and get this right as rain. Get rid of you guys over there. So that's those. And let's see how much of the GPU we can clean, because I really don't want to have to disassemble it. I'm going to vacuum this card off camera. That's the only thing I can think to do. The blower doesn't look really, it doesn't look bad. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see inside there. But when I look through it, I don't see any clogged fins. I can see right through every fin. I just want to kind of get, there's like, if you guys, let's see. So yeah, you guys can kind of see right in there. There's a ring of dust caked around the edge of the fan right here inside the shroud. So I'd like to get that cleaned up. And we'll get that clean with a vacuum. I just don't want to turn a vacuum on right now because everyone's asleep and I'm not. Well, we'll give this card a nice wipe down. There we go. Looks pretty good. Beautiful card. All right, chat, you guys can judge me now. So, Speedy, we are actually going to be giving away all of these parts that you see, and any spare parts that I do have, I will be keeping for future builds, just so that way I can keep giving PCs and PC components away to my viewers. So if you guys got to see it before, how dirty it was, that's all it takes to clean. It's just a stiff brush and a little bit of patience. So that board looks brand new. I'm really happy with that, really pleased with that. Oh, that's comedy. Look at that, you guys. Now we can see why they gave me the cooler for free. Because it's not the right cooler for AM4. Well, that sucks. That means we're going to have to clean the Wraith cooler because this doesn't have any mounting hardware and it doesn't line up directly with AM4. So we have this nice new cooler that we can't use. Yeah, you can see the stark contrasting difference there. Okay. Well, that's great. So let's put our nice clean components underneath a rag. This is gonna be this is gonna be terrible. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. That's disgusting. All of that is dust just from the cooler. Okay, this is all thermal paste, so we're just going to get all that off. If I need to, I'll go get some rubbing alcohol. Let's see if we can just muscle it off. So just put some elbow grease into it, break that old thermal paste off, or run upstairs and raid your wife's makeup drawer or under her sink, and there should be some nice isopropyl alcohol, which will get this off in a hurry. But as you can see, that came off just fine. So now we'll get this disgusting fan cleaned up. See if I can get in there with a rag. Get each individual blade cleaned off decently well. And the key with these, right, is like, you can see I'm being a little bit rough with it, but you want to just pay attention to how much pressure you're putting on the fan blades, because you don't want to snap them. They're pretty easy to snap. It's pretty brittle. Yeah. Disgusting. It's pretty brittle plastic, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by disgusting dust. So now what I'm going to do is just try to get the rag down in the edge and just chase the whole perimeter of the fan shroud with the rag. That looks decent. It's decent for what we've got. We're not trying to make this brand new, but like just cleaning these like this would be amazing for a new owner. Let's go ahead and put this cooler back together since that thermal take is useless to us. All right, there's that. Please. I need a vacuum. It's disgusting. Ugh. Ugh. All right, chat. There's the CPU cooler. You can actually see through it now. Way, way better. Look at that. That used to be caked with dust. You couldn't even see through it. Oh, wait. Hey, chat. Can you guys help me real quick? Can somebody look up ASRock's B450M and tell me which DIMMs they want populated first? Do you either want channel 1 populated or channel 2? Okay, so as far as reassembly goes, it's very simple. You're going to take your back plate. You're just going to line the holes up right there so that each of those pops through. So that each of those will pop through. So the AMD, I'm going to orient it up like that. That makes sense because this is going to be the back of the computer, so this will be the top. Makes sense? And we're going to put some thermal paste on this. So I'm using the good stuff, Crown Knot by Thermal Grizzly. Okay, looks like I am out of thermal paste. So that sucks. I thought I had more. I thought I had a fuller tube. Worst part is I was at Micro Center, so I could have just made this happen. A2B2, thank you, Mondo. I appreciate that. What am I gonna do? I need thermal paste, obviously. I thought I had some. Let me check the other box, see if I have some. Toothpaste and AMD ointment, that's funny. I swore I had more Thermal Grizzly. I guess not. Did I use the whole tube? Let's do this. plug the camera in. Let's take you guys for a walk. It'll last a couple weeks. Yeah. That'd look real good for a up-and-coming YouTuber, right? Just throw toothpaste on it. When the person wins the giveaway, they're like, hey, Salt, your CPU is overheating. Oh, I couldn't understand why. I thought that Colgate would last. All right, there we go. Well, if you guys were here for the PC build, which I'm assuming most of you are based on the title, we're going to have to put a pin in that. I'm going to move on to editing. If you guys want to hang around, we could do kind of like a little AMA or whatever. Here, actually, you guys might enjoy this. Here's the studio. Huh? Looks pretty slick. That's right, we do live streams here. Yeah, that's right, that's a 4090. Yeah, 7950 X3D. Yeah, good setup. So, if you guys want to stick around, I'd love to have you. We can do an AMA. I'm happy to ask or answer any questions. And we will be editing, so I can pay a lot more attention to this. I'm going to stay up a little bit longer, but not much. So, and I don't always say this stuff, and I guess maybe I should. But let me remind you guys that simply hitting subscribe down in the bottom really, really helps me out. It will help me garner more attention and hopefully get some sponsorships so that I can get parts for better builds. Ultimately, what I'd like to do is start making very strange, kind of unique builds and raffling those off with better components inside, obviously, you know, than a 2080. Even though it's still a good card, it's definitely not the newest thing, right? So, if you guys feel that I've earned it from you guys, I'd love a subscription. It would really, really help me out. And then if you checked out some of my other videos, if that was your style, if that's the stuff that you like, the watch hours really help me. I'm really close. I only need about 1,000 more, and then I'm going to be able to get money from ad revenue from YouTube. So something for you guys to consider. Mondo, I see you down there. Thank you very much for that. The setup for the mic, I appreciate the compliment on the setup. So the microphone here, this is the Shure SM7B. I actually recently upgraded to it because I got it for only $80. There's a video. It's the profiting from the TikTok ban. That's how I got that for so cheap. It's a $400 microphone. I was able to get it for 80 bucks. The video is up, and it also has the link in it if you're looking for a good XLR mic. I'm really happy with it. I thought it was... I was shocked that it was real. I'm going to be honest with you. So, all right. Let's begin the editing process. I still got that dust in my nose. This is horrible. All right, we'll pull this down here. We'll go to the NAS. YouTube, new project, folder. I think, can I do money sign? $375 PC build. Perfect. We'll pull all these over and back that up there. Cool. Yeah, it's not professional at all. I'm surprised, like the A&D, like the zinc oxide being a good conductor. Like I I thought the purpose, well, I guess it must be, you must mean thermal conductor, not electrical conductor. So, yeah, it's just unfortunate because, like, I was at Micro Center today. I picked up that extra little drive. What's up, Mohammed? How are you? And since I was there, I could have easily just grabbed some thermal paste, and I spaced. I thought that thermal grizzly package had more in it. So it sucks, but yeah. And Mondo, I'm trying my best not to think of what dust actually is, but I was actually a medic in the Army for 14 years, so it's just in my brain that I have dead skin cells from random people that I don't know inside of my body now. It's horrible. I'm really hoping that I can get this video out tonight. I really want to get this content pushed out. Honestly, Fortune, I don't know. I genuinely don't. I don't know what chemically makes a good thermal versus electrical conductor. So, I need some water. I'll be right back, you guys. All right, you guys. So, my Salty Pennies water bottle. Glass. Because we about quality here. Salty Pennies. That's right. This tiny YouTuber has merch. And if you want some, let me know. Excuse me. We have to figure out what like a good amount is though, because sending them is expensive. So it's almost better to do like, if you do like a $20 donation, then I'll send you a bunch of stickers and your $20 donation covers shipping, packaging, all that stuff. Because I sent somebody like a swag pack as a thank you, and it was, I think it was $12 to ship it to them. It was like worth more than I would ever charge for stickers just in shipping. So I don't know how to like surmount that issue, because I don't want people to be like, what the fuck? I have to spend $20 for a damn sticker, and it's like, really, you're spending money on shipping and I'm not seeing that money. So yeah. It's crappy. Mm. 60%. This NAS is fast. I'm really proud of this. I'm really proud of this server that I built. I'm partial to AMD because of basically AM4 and up to me is the best value for money. Like that build that we were just working on, the motherboard, RAM, CPU cooler, and CPU was $100, and it is a 6-core processor. What's up, Mohammed? So to me, AMD is kind of one of those things that I think if you're getting, I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. How are you? I think AMD is one of those things that it's where I would push people to if they're trying to get into PC building, because the AM4 socket lasted for so long. You can get something AM4 for really, really cheap and actually upgrade just the CPU to a point where you actually get really, really good performance out of it for your dollar. So like, for example, this PC that we're building, that we're going to give that away. And I will recommend the upgrade path for whoever's using it to be a new NVMe drive for their boot drive, just because I don't know like how good that drive really is. A better CPU cooler and a new CPU, and then a GPU upgrade once the CPU is upgraded. Because that 2080 is going to pair really well with that 2600. So the moment that they put a big GPU in it, unless they're going to move to 1440p, they're going to be really CPU bound with anything big. A shipment to Pakistan will still be a lot of money, unfortunately. Anything overseas is just going to be really expensive. I wouldn't mind it again, but like if you're talking about like buying merch, because that's what we were talking about, there would have to be like a pretty decent donation. So I'll take hits on things for like the giveaways, but if you're looking to support the channel, like straight up donations is the best way to do it, because all that money goes directly to me, and I have a good regular job, so I don't need money. Like, I'm not doing YouTube to make money right now. It's a goal in the future, right? But that's in the future. So any donations, any money that I earn from this channel go directly into funding these giveaway builds. I have actually, guys, I think you guys might like this. Okay. So I had an idea for a new PC build. I want to combine woodworking and PC building. So I'm thinking if I got a bunch of like hardwood, like blocks, something like walnut, right? And I basically built a box out of it, and then I basically cut it and milled it and routered the edges and stuff into a very clean, nice box in the shape of a PC case, and then just bandsawed down the sides to make 2 panels, and then I'd have like I could router this whole thing out and make like a hollow area. Then you would be able to have a beautiful hardwood, solid wood PC case that we would then give away after we built inside of. What do you guys think? I think it's sick. That's just my opinion. Okay. I think it'd be a lot of fun to build. It would challenge my craftsmanship, and that's really like, that excites me, because I don't stained. So actually I was thinking of doing natural wood with gosh, I forgot the product. But like we would do an epoxy pour. So something like imagine this, right? So think of like your front panel. So I'll router out slits in it, and then put an area for a dust cover to go, right? So from there you'd have like these slits, and then one of the slits I would fill with epoxy, like maybe like a dark tint. No, not dark tinted, like a frosted epoxy, and then do an LED light strip behind the epoxy, so that you can literally, like, when the PC turns on, you plug this RGB strip into the PC and it lights up the front RGB. That'd be sick. Little piece, because then you could change it. You could turn it off You could set it to a standard color. You could set it to like breathe. Like you could set it to a lot of things. So it'd still be a piece of wood, but there'd be like an epoxy strip that was frosted, and it wouldn't, I don't think it would detract from it too much, but I think it would look really, really nice at the end. And there's a product where you basically you seal it, and then I think we would do an epoxy finish to just to keep it durable, and I would do the epoxy inside to help protect it, because the heat and all that, you're right. I think wood is more of an insulator, and I don't know that it would catch on fire, but maybe what I do is just do like some aluminum sheeting inside, you know, paint it black, something like that to protect it from the heat. Yeah, I think, and that's kind of the thing, right? Is like, that's what's nice about wood is I could just cut it. So I think big, like honestly, like this sound deadening panel is like a good example. Like these long vertical slits so that the air just moves right through it unobstructed. And I think you could just cut a slit right through on the back, maybe. Like, so if my fingers are the slits, right? So inside the case, you just do like some metal tabs or something, and you put the mesh in right here, and they sit in the tabs. So then you put mounting hardware for the fans, obviously, and they sit there. And then when you need to, you undo the fans, and we'll do like threaded inserts into the wood with like wood glue so that it's metal and you're not eating out the wood. Take the fans off, slide the dust cover out, wipe it off, slide it back in, fans go back on, Bob's your uncle. Easy to clean, big slits like that, a lot of airflow. And then on the top, we could do like plunge cuts with routers. So you just print out like a honeycomb diagram, you know, and basically tape it to the wood, and then just plunge cut right like in the circles. So you get really nice, lot of cuts in the top for the airflow. And I also think for that, what I would do is I would try to make it a water-cooled build. Like I would do an AIO on the top, I think. Yeah, I think I would do an AIO on the top. So that way it pulls air in, pulls air from the bottom, feeds the GPU, and then exhausts out the top and cools off the CPU. I think that'd be the best cooling setup for a custom case like that. But like, that's the type of stuff. Okay, 20 by 20 piece, 20 by 8 pieces, maybe your 3 sides, router to cut 3 6-inch knot on both pieces, and you can slide a piece of it. Oh, see, that's a good point. See, so I thought about doing acrylic or maybe a tempered glass panel, but this was my thought, okay? So imagine, I'm not going to edit this. So imagine this, right? Think like Legos. So you have your hardwood pieces, and they're basically stacked like Legos. And you build them out to the depth and the height that you want for the PC case. And then for the width, you just get the same size blocks, right? I don't know, like maybe 10-inch blocks. So you glue and clamp the entire box together, making sure it stays square. And basically what you've done is you made a solid block of wood without paying for like slab prices, you know what I mean? So then what you do is you bandsaw each side off, and you make the back cut. So hang on, I'm getting ahead of myself. So then you rough cut your exterior, router your edges, okay? And then you have basically like this rounded box almost. And then when you, exactly like the cutting boards, like the butcher blocks, that's right. So then you cut down it, right? So you basically remove like a chunk from the front where the bevel is. So the bevel will match and this panel will go right back where it used to, okay? And then you do the same thing on the other side, just very thin because that's your back panel and that only needs to hide your cables, right? So you do another cut there. And then what I would do is I would get like neodymium magnets, just little like 1/4-inch ones. Plunge cut into the corners, sink the magnets inside, seal them there with wood glue or maybe some like CA glue. And then on the panel itself, just put steel tabs, right? Countersunk screws, super simple. You just basically router off the edge and then put a piece of metal that follows the edge, drill 2 holes through it, put some threaded inserts into the wood, because it doesn't have to be big, right? It's just little, tiny little set screws, basically. And they're use countersunk ones and countersink a hole in the metal, and then you affix it to all 4 sides. So then when you take that panel, it just goes chink and magnets right to the side. Put a little tab on the back for your fingers so you can pull the panel off easily. And instead of doing acrylic or tempered glass or anything, you just leave it this beautiful wood finish, right? Because then when it's sitting on your desk, it literally just looks like a block of beautiful wood, but it's actually a PC. Like a magnet door, yeah. So like, think for your side panels where you normally do, right? Like you pull them off and they have the little like peg holes, but instead you do magnets. So it has like that real premium feel to it. You just go chunk and you pull it off. And again, like this is where it gets really nice, because like that panel, it would be flat. But since you cut so much wood off of it, you could actually plunge cut into it and router out the perimeter and then router out the interior. So there was more volume inside. So when you put it on, any cables for like your GPU or things like that would actually still fit. And then the same thing for the other side. So you could, it's just magnets. That's how it comes on and off. I think that would be super slick, personally. And then you could do like, leave the back thick so that when your IO shield, basically your IO shield is recessed. So how did I show you guys this? So imagine like this is the back, right? So the wood is solid. So you basically router into it, router up, and you poke all the way through, right? So it would be, this is where the motherboard would sit and all your cables would sit in here, but you have like a 1/2-inch lip of wood where all your cables just sit in there real nice, and you don't have like, it's not flat and exposed, because think about it, right? The wood needs strength. So if you routed it super thin on that edge, then it'll be a bad time. So you just make sure everything is like 1/2-inch. So that back piece has a lot of structure to it. And then you could do the same, like inside you could do aluminum and basically make a shield inside of the wood where the motherboard and everything is going to sit. And then like case floor, you could still do that, right? Like you just plunge cut into this section, flip the whole thing over. So now this is the solid section. Measure twice, cut once, plunge cut into this and make the basement. And that's where the power supply goes. You could put drive sleds in there. And then it's not really that difficult, right? Because even with a router or a Dremel or something, like that rounded hole, a rounded rectangle, like this, would still look nice inside of a case. And then you could find grommets and cut the holes to be the size of the grommets and glue the grommets in place so it looks super nice, like really well finished. This is a project that I think would be super awesome to do and like give away. Film the whole thing and show the process, right? Show all the mistakes, show all the difficulties, show everything that was hard about it. That way you guys have some entertainment. Those videos, you know, hopefully, right? Hopefully they get a lot of views. Hopefully, like when this happens, they get a lot of views, we get a lot of subscribers. And then you make ad revenue off of those videos and it covers the cost. Because like the wood chunks, just the wood chunks are like $100. Like just for like, I think I looked it up. I think it was like 50 wood chunks, but they were short. So I would need like 10-inch ones. So I'd have to find someone that's like, or I don't know, you know what I mean? Like I'd have to do a lot. Then have the hardware where you can have a screw head sticking out and your side panel would have those slot things where part is as wide as the screw, it slides down where it locks in. Oh, see, I like that idea. I wonder, because I figured that the magnets would hold it in place, but I see what you mean, because you kind of would still need a guide for it to like lip on. That would be relatively easy, because right in the corners where you do the rounded edges, you could just put like a folded sheet of aluminum. Something that it just sticks out that much, so when you set the panel on, it like lips onto a flat piece of metal, and the magnets grab it from there. But that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Uh, 68 and 69. No, what I'm doing right now is editing some videos. I go back to work tomorrow. I work 4 days in a row. I work anywhere from 10 to 16-hour shifts, depending on the overtime. So I only get really 3 days to make content because I have to work a lot of overtime in order to afford to pay for things, because life's expensive, right? And I'm also funding a YouTube channel, I guess. Drinking out of glass, like, that's where it's at. But anyway, so I'm trying to get at least one video done. So it's not working because I'm talking to you guys. So let's bring all of those. Get rid of that, 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 that. Screw microplastics. Hell yeah, dude. I don't want credit cards inside my body. Here you guys go. Here, you can see. Look at that. Look at that face. That's the face of someone driving 4.5 hours total to get PC parts on their day off. Just, they're called keyhole hangers. They would keep it flush, but you could cut up old skateboards. That's a good idea. I'll have to look into that. Keyhole hangers. I'll take a look.
Saltie Pennies, and I'm going to build a PC for under $350 right now. I'm doing this video for two reasons, okay? So one, I want to show you guys that you can get into PC gaming for less than the cost of a console. And the second reason is I want to give it away. So, let's try again. I'm making this video for two reasons. I want to show you guys how to get into PC gaming for under the cost of a console. And don't at me about performance comparisons because it's just not going to happen. We're not doing 4K for under the price of a console. However, you can upgrade a PC, you can't upgrade a console. You have to just buy a new console. So there's that. Argue in the comments about console versus PC. Start the argument down there. It's good for it's good for the video. The second reason is I really want to give a PC away. And 10,000 subscriber giveaway is a really good PC. It's got a lot of good parts in it. But I want to do one where we can kind of give it away faster. So I'm hoping this will be that. And it's still going to be a great system. But I wanted to kind of show you the level of system you could get by bartering and just like looking for Facebook deals or marketplace deals wherever you shop.
Should be getting chat notifications.
Because it is possible. You can get into PC gaming without spending thousands of dollars.
Oh, you guys can hear. Oh, you guys are right next to the speakers, so you guys can hear that super well. Yeah, Mondo, but the problem is when you tell console gamers that they're upscaling, they get mad. They get really angry. What is... Am I getting chat notifications from you guys? Is that what's going on? Yeah, I am. That's what's going on. That's funny. I'm like, what the fuck? What is happening? I can't believe that the notifications from this are coming on over that. Yeah, Mondo, it won't hit it when you hit test, 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 like when you go rapid like that. But if there's a big break in chat, it'll hit a notification to let me know. But yeah.
Video. The second reason is I really want to give it.
Clean up noisy dialogue. Let's see if that works.
PC array. And 10,000 subscriber giveaway is a really good PC. It's got a lot of good parts in it. But I want to do one where we can kind of give it away faster. So I'm hoping this will be that. And it's still going to be a great system. But I wanted to kind of show you the level of system you could get by bartering and just like looking for Facebook deals or marketplace deals wherever you shop. Because it is possible.
This is gonna take a lot more fiddling to get this audio correct. Yeah, but see, people don't want to hear that, Nexus. And people get it in their brain that iGPUs are bad. They're not. They're a great place to start, especially for 1080p lightweight gaming. But people fall victim to hype and to marketing. I cannot tell you how many people have come into my chat and they're like, yeah, I want to buy the new 5070. And I'm like, why? Why are you spending money on a 5070? Like, go back and, like, dude, I saw somebody selling a 3080 for $300. 3080? The raw horsepower of that GPU for $300? Buy that. Buy that. Buy. Take my money. Take it. Take my money. For 300 bucks, a 3080, pair that with a Ryzen 5 5600, excellent CPU. Little 8 core, have a nice day. Goodbye. That system with 32 gigabytes of RAM at 3200 mega transfers a second with a nice M.2 NVMe and a large 2.5-inch drive SSD that's like 2 terabytes. Boom, that's a great system. That's a great system. And you could build that. I guarantee you could get that for under 600 bucks. And that would crush. That would crush. But people, it's the used market. I don't want a used thing. I want to unbox it. And it's like, okay, dude, go do that. And guess what? You're going to spend way more money and get way less performance. That's the whole point of what the PC that we started building is. What I did the math over there. I think it's like 375. Like 375 bucks. I did this build and it's got a 2080 in it. I'm just saying. The new market is bad. And that's coming from the guy who's trying to get a 5090 right now. The only reason I'm trying to get the 5090 is so I can raffle off the 4090 Founders that I have in my machine to you guys for $1 per entry. That's the only reason I want a 5090. That's it. Because if I get a 5090, then I upgrade. You guys profit because $1 goes into PayPal, and that's your entry. Boom. And then we do a raffle. What would be super cool, though, is like we roll, we would have to roll the D20, the D10, and the D4. Yeah. So we'd roll the D4 first, and that would be the first number. Oh no, that wouldn't work because that would guarantee that I would have to figure it out. But I'd love to do it physically, right? Like we roll the dice. I think you guys saw it, but I bought a bunch of GN dice. So we could try rolling for the numbers, you know, between, let's say we did 2,000 entries. So you do all of, you do 2,000 entries at $1 a piece. That means I get $2,000, which covers the cost of the upgrade. So I break even. You guys get a 1 in 2,000 chance if everyone only does $1. Obviously, I'd let people donate more to get more chances. I think that would be fair. I don't know. But then we roll the dice, and whatever number shows up, that's the person. Yeah, dude, like if I got good at it and I could actually replicate the PC case, like wooden PC case, if I could replicate it, I would 100% sell them. That would be sick. They would be very expensive though, and I don't know who would want a custom wood PC case with a gaming PC inside of it. But can it dial into an old bulletin board system? Nah, it's not that retro, bro. Okay, so let's just give up on this real quick. We're gonna save. We're gonna do a new project, and we're gonna do GN merch. Okay. And then these, I would go here, GN merch, grab those two, import. Cool. All right.
All right, you guys. Oh, hello, Ash. Hello. What is up, you guys? It's Salty Pennies, and today I have a care package from Gamers Nexus. We have to talk about Gamers Nexus. We have to talk about.
Yeah, see, so the problem with that, right, is if I'm making the case, I would have to put the system inside of it because I need to know where to put things. And for all-in-ones or work PCs, they could be proprietary boards. Like, I don't know what the use case is. So they would need to explain to me what is going inside, so that way the standoffs are correct, the milling distance for the I/O and other things like that are proper, because like maybe they don't even need a spot for a GPU, so I don't need to mill that out because it's just, you know, iGPU basic system. You know what I'm saying?
We have to talk about Gamers Nexus. We have to talk about Gamers Nexus.
It was a little
Gamers
too long.
Nexus.
Little too long. Let's get rid of that. Let's watch that again.
We have to talk about Gamers Nexus.
I like that. That works. That's clean.
All right, you guys. All right, you guys. So we're gonna open up this package and look at all the different products from Gamers Nexus. And while I open this,
The only thing better than a penny is a salty one. You damn right. Do you guys want to know how I got my name? You hadn't tuned in yet. Hey, Robert. Well, welcome in. I'm glad that you were able to tune in. You're actually catching the end of the stream. I'm getting ready to be. I'm getting ready to be an EP boy. Oh, thank you, Robert Fixit, for that subscription. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to have earned your subscription. Thank you so much. You've been missing a lot of good talk about the future of this channel. Sorry, I'm concentrating, guys. I really want to get a video out for tomorrow. How I got the name for the channel. So, I have always been told that I'm a salty individual. I've also always been told that I talk a lot and I have a lot of opinions. So, salty and the saying for an opinion is your 2 cents. Salty, pennies. Then I came up with my tagline, which is, it's just my 2 cents, so take it with a grain of salt. It's just my opinion, so don't take it as gospel, because I could be wrong. Salty pennies.
Yes.
Can you find a 3080 new? I'd be kind of shocked to see that if you found like new old stock. My question would be, how much is it new? Because if they want anywhere near MSRP, then its value isn't really there anymore. If you could get it at a good price, like a brand new 3080 for $500, $600, then yeah, I would buy that. I think that's like a good value proposition, because that's like 4070 territory. And I think the 3080 still has a lot more raw horsepower than the 4070 would. Yeah, maybe you make a design for an iMac, a few other ones for towers. You make standard templates, router out a few different ways, then upcharge if they go crazy. It's a good business idea. First, let's see if I even have the woodworking skills to do it. You're a carpenter. That's awesome. How long you been doing that? All I have is like a basic, like, I have a DeWalt cordless router. That's probably like the most like woodworking tool that I have. I don't have nice chisels or anything like that.
While I open this, and while I open this, and while I open this, and while I open this, we're going to talk about why I bought this stuff. So, Gamers Nexus is a channel that has positioned itself in a very interesting way, where it started out as hardware news, strictly talking about computers, and then they kind of started talking about some really important stuff. Consumer rights. Consumer rights. So consumer rights. So they brought up a bunch of news stories that I would have never found out about unless Steve decided to cover it. So to help them continue. So to cover it. So to help them continue that line of work, I decided to support them. So I spent some money on their stuff. From the NZXT, I already bought their Modmat, which I have some thoughts about, but let's open this up together.
I have some thoughts on Tech Jesus and Linus. From what I've seen, it seems like Linus is really into manipulating people and covering his own ass. Just from what I've seen. Obviously, I don't know everything. It's just my 2 cents. So, I think that Steve actually tried to soften the blow and maintain journalistic honesty with that whole situation, because he has a good fucking point, right? Like, if you are a channel that serves millions of people and you charge 5 figures for ads on your channel, and you tell people, hey, use this thing, and then that thing turns out to be a scummy, shitty, bad product, you find out about it, you owe it to your viewers to say, hey, we covered this. This is the situation. It's up to you to decide whether or not you want to continue to use it. But in the interest of full transparency, this is what they did. And as far as my channel goes, or my media outlet goes, whatever you want to call it, I don't stand for that. So they will no longer be a authorized partner of us, of our channel, because they don't represent the values we want to represent. That's all he had to do. And it turned into this big, stupid thing where he tried to like dodge it and be like, oh, there's no way I could have come out and said anything that wouldn't have made me look bad. Bro, it ain't about you looking bad. It's about you doing what's right by the millions of people that follow what you say. I built my entire home network because he did a whole post or a whole video series about ubiquity. Like, I followed his advice because of what his video showed. And I spent thousands of dollars of my own hard-earned money on those products. So, like, it doesn't make sense to me how you can build that much trust. Like, he built a really, really trustworthy brand. And you couldn't just come out and be like, hey, everybody, found out that Honey's doing some shit. Here's the shit that they're doing. This is what we found out. Here's the proof. This is what we think about it. We're not working with Honey anymore. It's up to you to decide what you want to do, because at the end of the day, it does save you money. And I get it. Everyone wants to save money. So stay salty. Deuces. That's how it should have gone. That simple. He made it fucking stupid. 35, I took carpentry in high school. I've been doing it ever since, but table saw, planer, clamps, drills, sanders, assorted bits, actual mini CNCs. That's cool. Farhan wants me to pronounce a sentence that is in Chinese, and I am not going to be taken advantage of by speaking a different language. It won't be standard here. I'm just going to say that. I'm a blue-collar, hardworking dude and a military veteran. I don't give a shit if I hurt people's feelings. If it goes against my ethics, I'm not doing it. Plain and simple. You can't pay me enough money to supersede my ethics. It's really simple, too, because apology videos go like this. Here's the part 1, okay? Hello, YouTuber. I would like to give you a large sum of money to promote this product. Okay, before I accept this large sum of money, will you send me this product so I can check it out? Or can you show me this service so I can check it out? Yes. Here's the product. Here's the service. This is why it's good. Blah, 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 blah. Well, that seems good. What about this? What about this? Oh, those are good answers. Okay, cool. Yeah, this product seems decent. I haven't really had a lot of time with it, but from what I can tell, seems good. Fast forward to the video. Hi, audience. I hope you guys are enjoying my content. Today's video is brought to you by Sponsor X and Product Y. This is what the product and or service is used for. This is how you guys can benefit. If you like that, click the link in the video description. Have a great one. All right, back to the video. Blah, blah, blah. Check out my cool keyboard, right? Then fast forward however many months. Oh no, Company X is a piece of shit and they do bad things and whatever. Okay. I, as the channel person, right? Like the creator. I don't really like that word, but that's the word, right? Wow, Steve from Gamers Nexus just put out we'll just choose him as an example. He put out an expose on Company Y. Wow, Company Y is a piece of shit. Look at all this evidence. That's shitty. Hello, audience. It's Salty Pennies. You may remember a couple months ago, I was sponsored by Company Y. It looks like, in the news, recently, Company Y was outed for this shitty business practice. Here's the link to that so you can see what the evidence presented was and form your own opinion. I believe that this violates this business as ethic, or my personal ethic of this. As such, I want you guys to be aware of it because I promoted this company. I promoted company Y. They don't align with my personal ethics, so they will no longer be a channel sponsor. I will not work with them until they have set this situation right, because I believe in rectification. I believe that people, it's not about the mistakes that you make, it's about how you bounce back from them, because we're all going to make mistakes. We're not perfect. I'm not, you're not, company Y isn't. We will see, we will wait with bated breath to see how company Y moves forward with whatever scandal. Until then, they will not be allowed to sponsor any videos going forward. As for the video that they sponsored, I have removed the sponsored link from that video, and because YouTube doesn't allow it, I put an overlay that says, click on this video to see why company Y is bad. That will link you to this expose. This is the best I can do. I really still want to leave that video up because just because it was sponsored doesn't remove the content of the video, and YouTube doesn't allow me to take videos down and re-upload them or edit and cut things out of them. I'm sorry that I can't do that, but I don't want to remove that video from the pool of content. Instead, I will make it very clear that this company has some things going on with it. I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from and why I'm doing this. Thank you very much. Stay salty. Deuces. That's how it goes. That's how easy it is. It doesn't have to be a big deal, right? Like we as people, businesses or content creators, whatever, we can't know what companies are going to do behind closed doors. We can't. You can't vet everybody. You can't vet every process. You just can't. But if something comes out with good evidence to show that it's bad, you should say something about it. Exactly. People would understand where you're coming from. People would get it.
Okay. Their disappointment 2024 shirt. Their disappointment 2024 shirt. All of the bad things that happened, which is cool. I like this shirt. I think it's cool. So, you know what? Let's wear it for the rest of the video. For the rest of the video. All right, shirt feels good. I'm here for it. It's nice, fits well, and the screen printing seems nice. I'm a fan of like this heather gray.
You just build the PC now. We ran out of thermal paste, so you missed a bunch of PC building, unfortunately. But the reality is, we just ran out of thermal paste. Otherwise, we'd be building instead of editing videos. But there were people that were talking. I didn't want to just be like, goodbye. It's nice to connect with you guys. It's actually the reason why I got into streaming and doing stuff, was connecting with people. And it's kind of gone from there, where now I'm trying to use my, I won't say expertise, right? Like, I've built up a knowledge base from PC hobbying, and I want to give that back. And I do it by giving away computer components and full PCs. So, 5090 frying, by the way, don't rush into it. Yeah, so I want to look at Dare Bauer's video because he's the only one that I trust so far. A lot of people, I feel like, don't do a good job of vetting the types of connectors that they're using. And I want to see if the 12-volt high-power connector itself is frying, or if it's 12-volt high power connectors from power supply companies, because the 12-volt because that connector is new and the standard is a little funky. GN did a huge video about it. And so I'm wondering if people are trying to use 4090 connectors and this card is pulling too much wattage for the gauge of those wires, which is causing an increase in resistance and heat and then causing it to melt. I'd love to see if the included dongle is frying the cards, then it's a huge issue. If it's not the included dongle and it's the previous generation cards 12-volt high power plugs, then I think that's kind of falling on, it's the industry as a whole, right? Because it's like this new standard and it's weird because there's revisions of the standard and I don't know which cable this is. I don't know if it's good for the 5090. I don't know if it's good for the 4090. I don't know. So, Robert, the build is a $375 PC. I'm building a full PC for $375. We're doing a retro themed build with an Antec case from 2007. It's going to be a Ryzen 5 2600 6-core processor, 3.4 gigahertz, if my memory serves, and a 2080 Founders Edition card, 16 gigabytes of RAM, an NVMe boot drive, and a 1 terabyte spinning drive for mass storage. It's going to be a good build. It's going to be cool. And we're giving it away. When I finish the videos, I'm going to make a giveaway video. And when that video hits, I think 5,000 views is what everybody decided on my community post. When that hits 5,000 views, we're going to pick a random person in the commenters and we're going to ship them the entire PC. The only caveat is it has to be in the United States so I can use ground shipping to save money. Because if I have to send it overseas, it's going to be like over $1,000 and I just don't have that money. Plain and simple. Fortune, we all make mistakes. Sometimes it'll make me respect a person more just for being honest about something that's not easy to be honest about, even if they did something pretty bad. I 100% agree with you. I say the same thing about life in general. I mostly like about relationships, like, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, like spouses or romantic partners. That's the PC way to say that. So with romantic partners, right, is it's easy to love your partner when everything's going right. What love really means is when shit is going south and you still show up for that person every single day. You still give them 100% of what you got to give. So it's the same way, I think, like just the way that people are. It's easy to be honest when it's an easy thing to be honest about. It's easy to be ethical when it's an easy thing to be ethical about, right? So I judge people based on how they act in difficult situations, because those difficult situations determine how that person's moral compass points. Almost got all the parts for a 2080 period correct gaming PC. Exactly, dude. That's why I'm super excited about it. Is like the 2007 Antec case is like, oh, this was my build when it was like my 10 series or like my 970 or whatever, and I've upgraded to the 20 series and to AM4, but I'm keeping my old case. I think that like sets it perfect. Golden era of gaming, 2008. Yeah, I can get behind that statement. I think that was probably when I was having the most fun with gaming. Still console gaming. I didn't have a PC at the time, but that was definitely like, they still had midnight launches. Like we used to stand in line and get like your physical copy of the game, and it was like $45 or $40 for a game instead of 75, 80, 100. Feel me on that? I know my adults in the chat feel me on games being $100 nowadays. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So this should be, woo, their beautiful dice set. packaging is good. I like this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe I'm supposed to leave these in here and then pop this out. Yeah, it's magnetic. That's slick. And here's the dice. They have conductors inside of them. Conductors inside of them. This is conductors inside of them. This is, again, this is beautiful. It's the craftsmanship on these is really amazing. So I don't play D&D anymore, but just think maybe we use them for like some giveaways or something. People can pick numbers and we roll all the die, if that makes any sense. So the craftsmanship on the box is nice. I'm not like a super big fan of the clips, but I understand why they did it, because they wanted to use it as a roll tray as well. So I just don't like how much it shifts.
Halo, Battlefield, Counter-Strike. You have a GTX 2060 Core 2 Duo. I want to try. Oh, man. And Vista. Good overclocker, yeah. The one you're giving. They can drop two. Exactly. See, so I'm glad that you picked up on that, because some people, like, I'm telling you guys, like, sometimes doing the giveaways and stuff, it's so demotivating because you just get shitty people. Like, a lot of my commenters are just straight up beggars. They're like, give it to me. And it's like, bro, that's not how this works. Like, come on. And then a lot of people will say things like, the 10,000 subscriber giveaway is a AM5 system. I can't remember which Ryzen it is. I think Ryzen 9 7700X, something like that. I can't remember, but it's a high quality CPU, and I put a 3060 Ti in it because that's what I had. And people are like, ugh, 3060 Ti, blah. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, you're getting a brand new Fractal Design North XL case. You're getting an AM5 system. You're getting, like, a 3060 Ti is still a good graphics card. And you're getting it for free? And you're gonna bitch? Like, go fuck yourself, dude. Like, I swear, if it wasn't against my morals and my ethics, and one of those people had commented that shit, won the PC, I'd have half a mind to just like fucking be like, nope, re-roll, new person. But you can't do that because that's not fair, and you're supposed to be being fair. And just because someone says something that's mean or rude it shouldn't preclude them from winning a giveaway. You know what I mean?
I just don't like how much it shifts. Personal preference, I think there's a lot of ways that they could have done this, but this is probably the simplest and most cost-effective, so that makes a lot of sense. I have a trading card, which is pretty cool.
I think it's Corel. Corel, we've already we've already hit a wall. I ran out of thermal paste, so I stopped because there's no sense in putting the PC together when I haven't even pasted it. And since I'm shooting a video about it, it needs to be in order, right? So I don't want to be like, oh yeah, by the way, now that you've put the whole thing together, don't forget to and throw a cooler on it. I'm like, no, it needs to be done now. And then the thing goes in, the motherboard and everything goes in the case and yada yada.
Which is pretty cool. Grug didn't know why the fork caused the wires to spark, but he knew it made a good weapon. That's hilarious. I love this. It'll live up on the shelf forever. Well, a little thing about this, it says, thank you for purchasing our premium dice set. We are excited about these dice.
Toothpaste again. So the Arctic Silver, I think, is kind of an older idea, right? The imbued with silver. Honestly, I'm just going to go and get some Conductonaut. I'm not going to get Cryonaut. I'll use Cryonaut on my systems, but it's expensive. So I think for giveaways, I'll continue to use Thermal Grizzly and put their Conductonaut. I think it's like the kind of mid-tier thermal compound on the giveaway PCs. I've messaged people on Facebook Marketplace. They'll have a R6 1600 8 gigs 470 1 gig SATA like 120. Oh yeah, exactly. It's crazy because yeah, you upgrade that RX 470, go get like you could get an AMD card like 5700 XT. That'd be a good pairing with that. Like a 6600 XT on the used market, probably still pretty cheap. Get I'm assuming 1 gigabyte SATA is 1 terabyte SATA. Leave the 1 terabyte in there, but wipe it and put a 500 or 250. Well, I'd probably do a 500. 250 might work, but 500 safer. 500 gigabyte NVMe. It'd be snappy. And the GPU performance would definitely give you a good uplift. And that Ryzen 5 1600 is not a bad CPU. Again, that build is specifically going to be a 1080 build, right? So that's why I say the used market is a great place to start. Let's see the Gooch. Interesting. YouTube chat's always super interesting late at night.
Thrilled to make a product for tabletop gaming hobbies that are shared by many on the GN team. We've included a thematic random roll generator table on the back of this card to use with your new D20 for some fun. Enjoy. The in-depth warranty information for this product can be found at store.gamersnexus.net. The dice include a 3-year warranty, including accidental coverage. This is nice. If you receive this missing a part, observe defects, or have a question, please don't hesitate to email support@gamersnexus.net with your order number in the subjects. Okay. Random treasure. Let's roll for our Gamers Nexus random treasure. We need... Okay. Okay, random treasure. Let's roll for our Gamers Nexus random treasure. We need to grab our D20. There it is. 19. Still got it. All right, 19. A statuette of a cat in gnomish inscription. $19. Still got it. All right.
See, Mondo, That is why I tell people, if you are starting on PC gaming, go AM4. You can buy a used AM4 system for dirt cheap. I just did it. I showed you guys that motherboard, CPU cooler, RAM combo was $100. $100. Slap the updated BIOS in there, throw your new, like you said, the 5800X3D, an X3D 3D Vcache chip. Boom. Great heavy hitter CPU for gaming. And then buy a nice brand new GPU if you want. Find something on the used market. Save your money. Boom. There's your system. Like, people are wilding, man. And I'm glad that the Intel BIOS is going away, because they enjoyed their seat atop the throne and they squandered it because they did not continue to innovate. Look at AMD. AMD has pushed and pushed and pushed. They've innovated and they stuck with a socket like they said they would. It lasted a long, long time for that socket. They updated it to AM5, but still released new technology for the AM4 platform. So you didn't get left behind, right? You can still get a 3D Vcache chip on an AM4 board. And then they continue to innovate. They've been top since like middle of AM4. Let's be honest. They traded blows with Intel a little bit throughout AM4, right? But once they hit that high core count, high CPU, or excuse me, high core clock, and they met that nice Goldilocks zone, if you will, they crushed it. And they continued to innovate. Whereas Intel, they're like, oh, we hit the 5 gigahertz, right? We're super fast CPUs, fastest gaming CPU. And it's like, okay, cool. But what else have you done? What else are you, like, keep pushing, keep innovating. And they didn't. And then they screwed everything up and they didn't tell anybody about it and they tried to hide it and now nobody trusts them. And it's well deserved. They earned their position.
19. A statuette of a cat in Gnomish inscription reads, "Speak chaos and summon." Uttering chaos in Gnomish summons a flickering, transient pet cat. The cat can be summoned from the astral plane once per day for up to 6 hours, and it understands simple commands. Although mostly obedient, it does have a love of chaos and knocking things over. Love that. Great little Easter egg for that. So yeah. These are cool. I really like to put them to use on the channel in a way that would yield like random giveaways, that sort of thing. That's why I got them. They're super nice. I don't play tabletop games anymore, and that's okay. And that's okay. Maybe one day. Okay, next thing. It's going to be this guy. All right. And that's okay. All right. So, this is where my disappointment will come in. Okay? So this is a soldering mat. So the Modmat I've been very disappointed with. Not in its performance, but by one thing that I don't think is within Gamers Nexus control. So when you ship a rubberized material that has been cellophaned, rolled shut, it is really hard to get it to lay flat. I flipped this over and laid heavy steel beams across it on the table, left it there for like 2 weeks, I think, and it still hasn't uncurled. So I literally just screwed it to the table. So let's see if this product will suffer the same fate. Suffer the same fate. Suffer the same fate. There it is. Okay, so already it seems that they've rolled it the other way, which is good. As you can see, it still has that memory a little bit. So I will weigh it down again. I really hope it lays flat, like really badly. So I'm gonna set this over off to the side and let it lay flat. But all in all, it feels flat. But all in all, it feels good. It's rubber. It has really good edges on it. There's no like flashing or whatever. And then the last piece that we're going to look at here is a new toolkit. Now, some of you guys might not know this because this is a PC channel, but I like tools. What I mean by that is I used to, well, I don't used to. So what I mean by that is I like tools.
Sorry if it's boring, guys. I'm trying to get this video out on time.
So what I mean by that is I work on cars. I do a lot of DIY projects, so I have a ton of tools. So I know a quality tool when I see one. So we're going to find this out. Because they say that these are quality tools. So they say that these are quality tools.
Appreciate it, guys.
Okay. The shaft does have a little bit of flex. Okay. The shaft does have a little bit of flex in it, but that's not a bad thing because when the steel flexes like that, obviously you're not going to be using these and really torquing things down. These are a more precision screwdriver set, but that flex allows it to not break within the handle. That steel can kind of twist and mold with whatever torque it's using. I like the bits on them. It looks like they used... So they have a stainless for the shaft, and then it transitions. It looks like that might just be still stainless steel, but maybe an enamel or an anodization, which is a nice touch. A nice touch.
Oh, gosh.
What is... Oh, I see. So they have these... The actual bag is really nice. It has... it's probably really hard for you guys to see, but there's some elastic bands, and it's probably really hard for you guys to see. It's probably really hard for you guys to see, but there's some elastic bands inside that.
This is the hardest part, you guys, about doing YouTube. Trying to, like, make time to edit. I can shoot content. No problem. I can shoot content, but the editing, post-production, that takes a lot of time.
Really hard for you guys to see, but there's some elastic bands inside that hold the screwdrivers in place. And you have just like, what is this?
Nice try, Elon. Shouldn't you be working with Doge and finding where all of our tax dollars are going instead of trying to get me to drop N-bombs live on stream?
So these little cards, if you're meant to hold on to them, someplace, we have just like, what is this? So these little cards, if you're meant to hold on to them, maybe don't roll it so tight, or maybe put a metal piece in here. I don't know, that would increase costs. But if this is supposed to be held onto, if this is supposed to be saved, obviously that's kind of shitty. But it just seems like these are some assistive markings for tearing down GPUs, repasting GPUs. Some for tearing. These are for tearing down GPUs, repasting GPUs.
GTX Titan XP all over eBay for sub 200. It used to be a like $1,500 card. What do I edit with? I will have to learn to edit one day. I just toss it out there as is, lol. So I just pay for Adobe Creative Cloud. Because Premiere Pro is what I was trained on. I trained on Photoshop and Premiere. So, yeah, you guys want to see the keyboard? I can do that. I like it. It was a cool custom build that I did.
Just some suggestions from them. Not entirely sure it's something that's supposed to be kept on hand all the time. But I like this kit.
Yeah, I don't know. The typewriter keys, they're interesting. I haven't decided if I really like them or not. I don't know, but they fit the theme of the build. The circle, like the dial up here with the gold inlay here, the gold on the keys. That was why I chose them, was because of the gold.
It's nice. The reason I got it is for actually right here down in the Saltie set, so that way I can always have some nice tools that are specifically meant for building computers. So all in all, I just want to say to Steve and Gamers Nexus that I think that they make great products. I'm going to obviously use the shit out of these, so if you see me complain about them in the future, that's my opinion of it. But right now, they look really good. I think from a consumer standpoint, I've been happy with the buying process, the shipping process, the ordering process. All of it was very good. I'm really excited about the dice. The shirt is nice too. But yeah. Only complaint so far about products from GN is this Modmat not laying flat, and we will see if the soldering mat will lay flat. Only time will tell. But if you like cool stuff and learning about hardware and seeing what companies are trying to fuck you over, be sure to check out Gamers Nexus. They didn't sponsor this or anything like that. This is a totally independent opinion that I have formed of them. And I bought their products to support them. So consider doing that if you like what they're doing. Stay salty. Cheers.
That's it. That's the video right there.
Salty. Cheers.
My own. Wrath Ninja Turtle PC giveaway. Yes, I do those. Anything else? And Elon, my own videos, if that wasn't clear. Let's go graphics and titles, new text. Right here, we'll pull that over here.
Yes.
Wow, it's a 10-minute video. So the thing with swearing, I've gone back and forth on it. It's me, right? Like, it's who I am. Use colorful language, try to be professional when I can. Sometimes I bleep it out with like a Windows error sound, so maybe I should do that. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm not successful enough on YouTube to really comment on how it hinders or helps to have profanity in your videos. Robert, always nice to meet you as well. Enjoy. Hopefully you find some good stuff on your hunt tomorrow, and I hope that you enjoy all of the content that I have to offer. Stay salty, bro. Do you make tutorial videos on how to riz a baddie? I'm going to be honest with you, buddy. You're just going to have to figure out how to do that yourself. Because if you fake it, they're going to tell. So you'll never be able to riz a baddie by learning from other people and faking it. Find your own style. You got to develop your own riz, my guy. Otherwise, you'll just be Ohio. And yeah, Mando, censorship for sure is out of hand. Out of hand.
Yeah. Only complaint so far about products from GN is this mod mat not laying flat, and we will see if the soldering mat will lay flat. Only time will tell. But if you like cool stuff and learning about hardware and seeing what companies are trying to fuck you over, fuck you. You over, to fuck you over, to fuck you over, to fuck you over. To fuck you over, to fuck you over.
Perfect.
To fuck you over. Be sure to.
I think I said shit a few times in this video, so.
We have to talk about Gamers Nexus. Alright, you guys, so we're gonna open up this package and look at all the different products from Gamers Nexus. And while I open this,
And while I open this, we're going to talk about why I bought this stuff. So, Gamers Nexus is a channel that has positioned itself in a very interesting way, where it started out as hardware news, strictly talking about computers, and then they kind of started talking about some really important stuff. Consumer rights. So, they brought up a bunch of news stories that I would have never found out about unless Steve decided to cover it. So, to help them continue that line of work, I decided to support them. So I spent some money on their stuff. From the NZXT, I already bought their Modmat, which I have some thoughts about, but let's open this up together. Okay. Their Disappointment 2024 shirt. All of the bad things that happened, which is cool. I like this shirt. I think it's cool. So, you know what? Let's wear it for the rest of the video. All right. Shirt feels good. I'm here for it. It's nice. Fits well. And the screen printing seems nice. I'm a fan of like this heather gray. Yeah. So this should be, woo, their beautiful dice set. The packaging is good. I like this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe I'm supposed to leave these in here and then pop this out. Yeah, it's magnetic. That's slick. And here's the dice. They have conductors inside of them. This is, again, this is beautiful. It's the craftsmanship on these is really amazing. So I don't play D&D anymore, but I was thinking maybe we use them for like some giveaways or something. People can pick numbers and we roll all the die, if that makes any sense. So the craftsmanship on the box is nice. I'm not like a super big fan of the clips, but I understand why they did it, because they wanted to use it as a roll tray as well. So I just don't like how much it shifts. Personal preference, I think there's a lot of ways that they could have done this, but this is probably the simplest and most cost-effective. So that makes a lot of sense. I have a trading card, which is pretty cool. Grug didn't know why the fork caused the wires to spark, but he knew it made a good weapon. That's hilarious. I love this. It'll live up on the shelf forever. Well, a little thing about this, it says, thank you for purchasing our premium dice set. We are excited about these dice and thrilled to make a product for tabletop gaming hobbies that are shared by many on the GN team. We've included a thematic random roll generator table on the back of this card to use with your new D20 for some fun. Enjoy. The in-depth warranty information for this product can be found at store.gamersnexus.net. The dice include a 3-year warranty, including accidental coverage. This is nice. If you receive this missing a part, observe defects, or have a question, please don't hesitate to email support@gamersnexus.net with your order number in the subjects. Okay, random treasure. Let's roll for our Gamers Nexus random treasure. We need to grab our D20. There it is. 19. Still got it. All right. 19. A statuette of a cat in Gnomish inscription reads, "Speak chaos and summon. Uttering chaos in Gnomish summons a flickering, transient pet cat. The cat can be summoned from the astral plane once per day for up to 6 hours.
What they did with
and it
this, like
understands
these
simple
dice
commands.
are
Although
so
mostly
funny.
obedient, it does have a love of chaos and knocking things over. Love that. Great little Easter egg for that. So yeah, these are cool. I really like to put them to use on the channel in a way that would yield like random giveaways, that sort of thing. That's why I got them. They're super nice. I don't play tabletop games anymore, and that's okay. All right, so this is where my disappointment will come in. Okay, so this is a soldering mat. So the Modmat I've been very disappointed with, not in its performance, but by one thing that I don't think is within Gamers Nexus control. So when you ship a rubberized material that has been cellophaned, rolled shut, it is really hard to get it to lay flat. I flipped this over and laid heavy steel beams across it on the table, left it there for like 2 weeks, I think, and it still hasn't uncurled. So I literally just screwed it to the table. So let's see if this product will suffer the same fate. There it is. Okay, so already it seems that they've rolled it the other way, which is good. As you can see, it still has that memory a little bit. So I will weigh it down again. I really hope it lays flat, like really badly. So I'm gonna set this over off to the side and let it lay flat. But all in all, it feels good. It's rubber. It has really good edges on it. There's no like flashing or whatever. And then the last piece that we're gonna look at here is a new toolkit. Now, some of you guys might not know this because this is a PC channel, but I like tools. So what I mean by that is I work on cars, I do a lot of DIY projects, so I have a ton of tools. So I know a quality tool when I see one. So we're gonna find this out, because they say that these are quality tools. Okay. The shaft does have a little bit of flex in it, but that's not a bad thing, because when the steel flexes like that, obviously you're not going to be using these and really torquing things down. These are a more precision screwdriver set, but that flex allows it to not break within the handle. That steel can kind of twist and mold with whatever torque it's using. I like the bits on them. It looks like they used... So they have a stainless for the shaft, and then it transitions. It looks like that might just be still stainless steel, but maybe an enamel or an anodization, which is a nice touch. What is... Oh, I see. So they have these... The actual bag is really nice. It has... it's probably really hard for you guys to see, but there's some elastic bands inside that hold the screwdrivers in place. We have just like, what is this? So these little cards, if you're meant to hold on to them, maybe don't roll it so tight, or maybe put a metal piece in here. I don't know, that would increase costs. But if this is supposed to be held on to, if this is supposed to be saved, obviously that's kind of shitty. But it just seems like these are for tearing down GPUs, repasting GPUs. Just some suggestions from them. Not entirely sure it's something that's supposed to be kept on hand all the time. But I like this kit. It's nice. The reason I got it is for actually right here down in the Saltie set. So that way I can always have some nice tools that are specifically meant for building computers. So all in all,
I haven't heard any cussing.
I just want to say to Steve
okay.
and Gamers Nexus that I think that they make great products. I'm going to obviously use the shit out of these, so if you see...
There. Found one.
Shit out of these... Shit out... The shit out... Shit out... they use out of these, so
There we go.
I'm going to obviously use out of these, so if you see me complain about them in the future, that's my opinion of it. But right now, they look really good. I think from a consumer standpoint, I've been happy with the buying process, the shipping process, the ordering process. All of it was very good. I'm really excited about the dice. The shirt is nice too. But yeah. Only
I think it came out really good,
so
you guys.
products from GN is this Modmat not laying flat, and we will see
The-
if the soldering mat
The
will lay flat.
camera makes
And
me
we'll
look a
find
lot
out how.
more orange on the phone, but like I feel like that
Cool
came out
stuff,
really good.
learning about hardware and seeing what companies are
So at least we got one video done tonight.
Be sure to check out Gamers Nexus. They didn't sponsor this or anything like that. This is a totally independent opinion that I have formed of them. And I bought their products to support them. So consider doing that if you like what they're doing. Stay salty. Cheers.
What up, dear?
Salty. Cheers. Cheers.
Yeah, I'm with that. I think that Intel coming out with Battle Mage has been the best thing to shake up the GPU market. And it was followed by probably the worst thing for the GPU market, which was AMD bowing out of the high-end graphics card market. What I'd love to see is Intel continue to shake up the system, shake up the market, and make amazing GPUs for amazing prices, and slowly work their way on encroaching on the 5080, 5090, the 80 and 90 series. Because if we can get another GPU in that area, preferably right in between them performance-wise, but closer to the 80 series in terms of price, actually less than, because they could do it. I'd love to see Intel come out and make like an in-between, like just better than 5080, but not quite 5090, like 8090 series, but come in at like $599. God, that would be so amazing for the market, because people would buy those up. They would buy the shit out of them. You think 50 series launch was bad? People would buy the fuck out of those. They would love that. And then that would force Intel to bring their prices to something way more reasonable. Because $2,000, seeing AIB cards for over $3,000, are you kidding me? You could build a great system for $3,000, an amazing system for the price of a damn graphics card nowadays. We need more competition. We need AMD to put their fucking big boy pants back on and make an actual GPU that competes at the high end and come in with that beautiful AMD pricing. The same way that they smoked Intel, they could smoke NVIDIA. They need to stop trying to compete in the same thing that NVIDIA created. They need to stop fucking around with GPUs that do ray tracing and DLSS. Stop. Go pure raw performance. Watch how well they sell. Mark my words. That's what needs to happen.
We have to talk about Gamers Nexus.
All right. Oh, let's just check sound.
We have to talk about Gamers Nexus. All right, you guys, so we're gonna open up this package and look at all the different products from Gamers Nexus. And while I open this,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I agree that they are inept on the GPU side. It does feel like they're two different companies. Do you think they could make a 1440p or 1080p VR card for cheaper? I feel like that's the future of gaming. My son loves his. They make you sick, though. So I don't know too much about VR gaming. I have 2 VR headsets, and I've never plugged them in, never even looked at them. Like, they were given to me, and I've never messed with them at all. I would agree with you that VR can be the future of gaming, but on the low end. Now, what I mean by that is because the screens are so small and so close to your face, it doesn't take a crap ton of power to run it. So plugging in to a system, right, they would be able to, like, your system doesn't need to have that much power, at least as far as I understand it. So I'm kind of talking out of my ass here a little bit because I don't really mess with it. I don't understand, right? Like, the screens are so close to you. 1440p I feel like would be 2 pixel dense. I think 1080p would even be 2 pixel dense. Like, if I held my phone up to my face, like, I wouldn't be able to tell. VR. Okay. So what we need to do is this, and let's bring it up to 2.0 dB. Okay.
and while I open this, we're going to talk about
Two dB. Two dB. 2 dB. And 2 dB. Okay, that's the sound mixing done.
we have to talk about Gamers Nexus.
Okay, I think that sounds good.
In-depth warranty information for this product can be found at store.gamersnexus.net. The dice include a 3-year warranty, including accidental coverage. This is nice. If you receive this missing a part, observe defects, or have a question, please don't hesitate to email support@gamersnexus.net with your order number in the subjects. Okay, random treasure. Let's roll for our Gamers Nexus random treasure. We need to grab our D20. There it is. 19. Still got it. All right. 19. A statuette of a cat in Gnomish inscription reads, "Speak chaos and summon." Uttering chaos in Gnomish summons a flickering, transient pet cat. The cat can be summoned from the astral plane once per day for up to 6 hours, and it understands simple commands. Although mostly obedient, it does have a love of chaos and knocking things over. Love that. Great little Easter egg for that. So yeah, these are cool. I really like to put them to use on the channel in a way that would yield.
I am editing right now, Jones.
Random giveaways, that sort of thing. That's why I got them.
How's it over
They're
there?
Super nice.
You doing all right?
Yep. 19. A statuette of a cat in Gnomish inscription reads, "Speak chaos and summon." Uttering chaos in Gnomish summons a flickering, transient pet cat. The cat can be summoned from the astral plane once per day for up to 6 hours, and it understands simple commands. Although mostly obedient, it does have a love of chaos and knocking things over. Love that. Great little Easter egg for that. So yeah, these are cool. I really like to put them to use on the channel in a way that would yield like random giveaways, that sort of thing. That's why I got them. They're super nice. I don't play tabletop games anymore, and that's okay.
Oh, that made a huge difference.
We have to talk about Gamers Nexus. All right, you got. We have to talk about Gamers Nexus.
Well, you better be staying alive out there, motherfucker. You gotta come back. I'm proud of you too, bro. It's an interesting point, Fortune. Like, I honestly can't speak to a lot of that stuff, so, but I can understand what your point. AI processing, it's definitely going to change things. I think that the 50 series using so much AI is actually a bad thing. I think we should desire raw horsepower a lot more than we desire AI upscaling. That's just my personal opinion.
We have to talk about Gamers Nexus.
That's what I'm talking about. Dude, I killed this. I'm getting better at this
Alright,
editing
guys,
thing.
so we're gonna open up this package and look at all the different products from Gamers Nexus. And while I open this, we're gonna talk about why I bought this stuff. So,
Okay. I'm happy with it. I think it's good. Let's export it. Watch the 7950 X3D crush this. Mondo, stop. You're scaring me. Let's watch this 7950X3D absolutely crush this 11-minute encoding in 2 minutes. The only thing that I use AI for right now is I use it to make thumbnails, because like I don't know how to animate, or like I can't draw, especially like on a PC. So I use AI to generate like a fun image, and then use that for like thumbnail processes. Yeah, that's a good point. Like the computing power required to outthink a human would require so much power. And then think about cooling. Imagine what it would take to cool a CPU that's trying to compute data as fast as a human brain is. I have so much of this PC. I'm like, yeah, encode a video and also open Photoshop and also have 7 Chrome tabs open. You guys totally like just left me in the dust with this conversation. I have no idea anything about AI. I'll show you guys the thumbnail. I'm gonna try to make my own thumbnail this time. I think it's better for something like this. Oh, where did I encode it to? Because I don't even see the temporary. Damn it. Yeah, but what our brain doesn't use in electricity, it still needs specific temperature, glucose, right? It's still it's still doing cellular respiration at a cellular level to develop the adenine triphosphate in order to power those cells. So while it may only use a few watts from electrical energy, it still is getting its energy from a chemical process. So I'd be interested to see how they jump the two. I agree, humans are a miracle. Full matrix, yeah, exactly. Bunch of humans. They were batteries, right? RTX 5080. That's where I put it to. Okay, cool. Let's go here. All right, this is what I came up with, you guys. Catchy enough? I hope so. Well, it's not that we're batteries, right? We make, we're generators. Yep, no overly chemical O face, yeah. Am I holding a joint? No, it's the die. I'm holding one of the die. thumbnails are so small. It's like you really, it's the face, Gamers Nexus logo, and we need to talk. Actually, I'm going to throw some black around we need to talk. I think that would be best. There. Yeah, that's better. That adds a little bit of depth to it. Okay, there's that. Boom. Boom. Save the project. Close that. No. Right. And then now we go to YouTube. And then we create. We upload a video. We go here. All right. Okay, there we go. Boom. That's good. Okay, tags are good. Add an end screen. Let's go with this one. And always right to the end. Save. Next. Next, we're going to set a schedule date for today at 12 p.m. Schedule. All right, you guys. Dear, welcome to a place that has winter. It's 10 degrees. Okay? Enjoy. The snow is fun. And fortune, okay. Oh, it's for fun. I keep calling you Fortune. I've misread the F as a T from way back here on my phone. Glad you found my channel. You're right up my alley with what you're doing. I've been telling my friend about doing repurposed computer. Dude, I really appreciate that, man. And I'm glad that we found each other too. If you ever need any help or anything like that, just let me know. I do hope that you enjoy the content, the building the PCs, the gaming, all of it, right? I'm trying not to like niche myself into one specific type of video. You know, I'm trying to enjoy it, but at the same time, I do get that the algorithm, right? So doing the best I can. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I too need a small loan of $1 million. So as soon as you find someone to fund that for you with a very, very good APR, you let me know, because I need one too. And yeah, man, I think there's a lot of people with a lot of misconceptions about what it takes to build PCs, and I'm just doing my best to try to dispel it and help people see that this hobby, it's not, there's not a lot of barriers to entry. Like, even cost, you can still have a lot of fun with it. All right, you guys, it's 4 o'clock in the morning for me, so I'm gonna go to bed. I had to stay up because I work basically overnights, so I'm gonna head to sleep. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I hope that I've earned subscriptions if you're still on the fence about it. And I hope you guys can find content that you guys do enjoy. We stream video games, we have fun, and we do a lot of builds, a lot of repurposing old computer parts, and we're really focused on trying to become a giveaway channel. I sent an email to my local micro center to see if there's a possibility for partnership. So if they take me up on it, I think a good first project with them would be building a full Steam box, which would be a full AMD system with Steam OS installed on it in a super small form factor case. I think that would be a lot of fun to do, and to showcase Steam OS on a dedicated PC behind a giant TV. I think that'd be a lot of fun. We'll see. I have a lot of projects. I'm hoping that I can get them done. I'm hoping that I can garner some support, because I don't have unlimited money. So if you guys could share and watch videos so that I hit that watch time so that I can start making some ad revenue, that'd be awesome. But again, only do that stuff if you guys really do enjoy it. All right? You guys are awesome. I hope to see you guys next time. Like I always say, stay salty. Deuces. It's a good idea. Look, local libraries for old PCs. Yeah, make some cool sleeper builds.